Dubbed as the American Stonehenge, the Georgia Guidestones are a series of giant granite stones erected in 1980 in Elbert County, Georgia. A set of 10 guidelines for humanity has been inscribed on the structure in 8 modern languages, ranging from English to Swahili, reflecting a New Age ideology. A shorter message is inscribed at the top in 4 ancient language scripts. The rocks are impressive, standing 16 feet tall. One slab stands at the center, with 4 others arranged around it, weighing more than 20 tons apiece. A capstone lies on top of the 5 slabs that's astronomically aligned, a highly engineered structure that flawlessly follows the sun. An additional stone tablet is set on the ground to the west of the structure, providing notes on the history and purpose of the Guidestones. But the architect and meaning of the Guidestones remains an unknown mystery. Who erected the stones, and what is the intention behind their written secrets? The most credible story is provided by the Elbert Granite Finishing Company, who claim they were commissioned to erect the stones in June 1979, when a well-dressed man using the pseudonym Robert C. Christian approached the company on behalf of a small group of loyal Americans. Christian claimed he had come to Elberton, the granite capital of the world, because its quarries produced the finest stone on the planet. Christian wanted the structure to function as a compass, calendar, and clock, and asked that the construction be strong enough to withstand any natural or man-made disasters. Joe Fendley of Elberton Granite initially disregarded the man and attempted to discourage his request by quoting him a building cost several times higher than the work required. To his surprise, Christian accepted the quote, but stressed that the group he represented, which had been planning the stones for 20 years, wished to remain anonymous. The mystery surrounding the group and its intention has sparked speculation and conspiracy theory claims for over 30 years. Some believe the guidelines represent principles that society should adhere to if our modern world should end. At its unveiling on March 22, 1980, a local minister proclaimed that he believed the monument was for sun worshippers, for cult worship, and for devil worship. Others believe these are the 10 commandments of the Illuminati, a name given to several secret groups, both real and fictitious, whose goal is to influence public life and abuse state power. Conspiracy theorists allege the commandments are from occult secret societies, preparing humanity for a new world order. Though the message is not encrypted, who is responsible for commissioning the monument, and for what purpose, remains a mystery. The Georgia Guidestones encourage massive depopulation, world government, a single language, and a single religion. What type of world are these principles trying to create? The stone's location in the heart of America's conservative and Christian Bible Belt has generated polarizing reactions, ranging from enchantment to horror. Notable supporters include Yoko Ono, who praised the commandments as a stirring call to rational thinking, while opponents have attacked them as the 10 Commandments of the Antichrist. The astrological specifications for the Guidestones were so complex that Fendley had to retain the services of an astronomer from the University of Georgia to help implement the design. The 4 outer stones are oriented to the sun's yearly migration. The center is precisely calibrated so the North Star is visible at all times, and a slot aligns with the rising sun during solstices and equinoxes. The most visually impressive element, however, is the beam of sunlight that passes through the capstone at noon each day, shining on the center stone to indicate the day of the year. But for tourists and scholars who come to marvel at this modern-day Stonehenge, the 10 dictates carved in English, Spanish, Russian, Chinese, Arabic, Hebrew, Hindi, and Swahili are the most bewildering. Engraved in the capstone in Egyptian hieroglyphics, Classical Greek, Sanskrit, and Babylonian cuneiform, communicate a mission statement of sorts, proclaiming, "Let these be guidestones to an age of reason." Some suggest this is homage to the great freethinker Thomas Paine, whose 1794 book, The Age of Reason, encouraged readers to reject biblical authority and embrace truth based on logic and empiricism instead. In September 2014, The Vigilant Citizen published an article entitled "Strange New 2014 Addition to the Georgia Guidestones," where the author stated, "A recent addition to the monument, a block on which is inscribed 2014, was placed inside an indent between the English and the Spanish slab. While apparently trivial, this block nevertheless proves that the Guidestones is still updated by its sponsors, and that its message is, more than ever, relevant in 2014. The author believed the Georgia Guidestones are not abandoned, and that the monument is still being maintained, updated, and monitored by its mysterious and unknown benefactors. Still, no one has come forward to claim responsibility. The Georgia Guidestones have put the small, rural town of Elberton on the map, drawing tourists from around the world who flock to see this unusual structure. But many are unsettled by what they read on the stones. The first three tenets can be open to dark and sinister interpretation. Specifically, the goal of keeping humanity's population to under 500 million, when we've already reached a global population of over 7 billion. The last 7 goals seem virtuous by comparison, proclaiming humanity not to be a cancer on the earth and to leave room for nature. But even as locals debate the relative merits of these edicts, the stone's true purpose remains elusive. Do the Georgia Guidestones reflect the dream of an ideal world order for certain secret societies? Is there more to this mystery than mere ideology? A possible prophetic truth? One truth is these stones will continue to spark debate and discussion for years to come. The Voynich Manuscript, the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Georgia Guidestones, written mysteries hiding their secrets from modern society. There is still so much left unanswered. Why was the Voynich Manuscript written in an undecipherable language? And who was its author? When was it written? And will cryptologists ever crack its code? Why were the Dead Sea Scrolls lost to civilization? Why do we follow a lunar calendar and not the more perfect 364-day calendar? What other secrets could these ancient texts be hiding? Further study will lead to new discoveries and shed light on ancient customs that still affect us today. The Georgia Guidestones are a modern-day mystery that continues to awe and inspire. What are the secrets behind its written edicts? And will we ever know the truth behind their meaning? So, join us next time on another journey to discover some of the most fascinating historical enigmas of our mysterious